marijuana problem. Law enforcement is now not able is is unable to tell what's legal weed and what's illegal weed. I didn't know that the weed itself can be legal and illegal at the same damn time. I ain't know. I'm gonna say that again. I didn't know that weed can be legal and illegal. The weed itself, the weed, the product, can be legal and illegal at the same damn time. Here we go.
If you burn hemp, if you burn marijuana, it smells the same. There's no way you can tell the difference.
Well, new at 6, Charlotte police say officers are not trained to know the difference between legal cannabis and street weed. We're taking a closer look.
Legal cannabis and street weed. How is they making that a difference? Legal cannabis and street weed.
The policy after a viral video shows a physical altercation between police and a woman. Officers believe the woman was smoking marijuana. Well, Queen City News reporter Casey Jones explains the gray area surrounding marijuana enforcement.
At Crown Town Cannabis, customers can buy a variety of THCA flowers. Co-owner Mike Sims says he has a menu of options that all have less than 0.03% THC, making them legal to buy and sell under federal law.
You cannot tell the difference what is known as hemp versus what is known as marijuana. It simply comes down to the level of the Delta 9 THC content.
When CMPD officers approached Christina Pierre and Anthony Lee at this bus stop behind me, police said they believe they smelled marijuana.
Legal cannabis equals dispensary.
But Pierre says she was smoking THCA that she legally bought from a smoke shop.
Say she was smoking THCA. THCA. Legally. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Delta 8s and the Delta 9s is legal as long as it's like 3.5 or zero point 0.3 something.
They look and smell the same. So the question is, how do police know the difference?
There's no accurate field test to be able to tell the difference. And there's a lot of issues in testing through laboratories as well. It's very inaccurate. There are times where we sent off 10 samples of the same exact flower, and we got 10 results back.
The lack of standard testing means marijuana enforcement depends on what officer you encounter and where. In Pierre's case, what started as officers believing they smelled weed turned into a physical altercation.
That incident came about because they believed that they smelled weed.
And viral video showing an officer hitting Pierre multiple times in the thigh while trying to arrest her.
And that was legal. That was legal. You trying to make them cooperate, trying to make them comply. That is a legal thing that you can do. Hit a bitch in the thigh.
I don't know that. I mean, again, I don't know that there's an easy legislative fix if we're going to have a world of legal cannabis products and a parallel world of illegal cannabis products, and they look and smell and taste and
it's crazy.
have effects that are identical. That's tough.
A spokeswoman for CMPD says the department, quote, does not have a directive addressing how officers should know the difference between marijuana and hemp sold at a smoke shop. Chief Jennings says the department will be taking a closer look at the policy.
At some point, we have to always look at what is, when we get out, what is our purpose, right?
That's a good thing. Stop smoking in public. That's what y'all need to do. The same way that you can't drink in public, you should not be out here smoking in public.
What is our goal here? Is it to simply make an arrest for marijuana, which we rarely do, or is it we feel like this interaction is going to make that community safer?
Advocates say the gray area opens the door for selective enforcement and bias. That's why Sims says he supports North Carolina House Bill 563, which would regulate hemp-derived products.
We need more clarity. The 2018 Farm Bill simply stated marijuana is defined as the Delta 9 THC content. And that's awesome. That leaves the door open for so many of these amazing products, but it also leaves the door open for interpretation, which is a huge deal when you're talking about someone's life and livelihood that can be decided over an incorrect test or someone's interpretation.
Casey Jones, Queen City News.
That's a good point that he made. You say cannabis is illegal, but opioids are still legal. You say additives and killing people. Facts. Facts. I like what he was just saying right there.
Says he supports North Carolina House Bill 563, which would regulate hemp-derived products.
You say I just do gummies and edibles. That's what's up.
We need more clarity. The 2018 Farm Bill simply stated marijuana is defined as the Delta 9 THC content. And that's awesome. That leaves the door open for so many of these amazing products, but it also leaves the door open for interpretation, which is a huge deal when you're talking about someone's life and livelihood that can be decided over an incorrect test or someone's interpretation.
Casey Jones, Queen City News.
Yeah. So listen. Depends on the state that you all is in, man. Be careful out here in these streets. Just don't be outside smoking, dog. Listen. If you're gonna be outside smoking, smoke around like your house, like in your backyard, on your patio, or something like that right there. Like, don't be outside. Don't be outside with the shooters. You know what I'm saying? Do not do that right there. Moving right along.